Hey everyone, here's take two at this video. A little frustrated, I just lost the entire video right at the end, and that is annoying. Anyway, this is just a quick little Clickteam tutorial to show you how to have it in your game where you can allow the player to have their custom name in there and really take any custom string and just insert it in any dialogue you want throughout the entire game. It's a really good thing to know how to do, and it's a little bit roundabout how you do it. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that, and to cap it off, I'm going to also show you how to get a nice text scrolling effect. So this will be kind of what your end product will look like. We have this text. When you click in advantage, it's nice scrolling, and then you can just change the name whenever you want. Just hit the enter key, and then the name will change. And then again, every time that comes up, you will be seeing this new name. So I'm going to go and jump into a new application, enter the frame, and then going to drop in a couple of objects. We will need a string object. We'll actually need a couple of these. We will need 3 of these. And then we go ahead and insert a active object. And then the one other object we will need is a special object. So if you don't have it, you can just come into the manager and then just look for. So, of course it's lagging. This is what you get for buying a laptop from a rummage sale. Anyway, type in there substring replace. Yeah, this is just the one you want. I already have it installed there, so just come in here and substring replace. For this data object, we can go ahead and check visible, save background, transparent, and destroy if too far from frame. Go ahead and name it string data. Let's see, and then we want to rename this one target dialog, and then this will just be where you go into the game. This is where you type all of the dialogue, all of the lines, and input them in here. And then over here we'll have display dialogue, and this will be what the player's actually seen in the game. And then this final one in here, I'm going to call it dialogue middleman. And this will be the interpreter. It'll go from this string that'll have the raw string in it, and then this one will edit that into having that variable strings in it, like the player name, and then it's going to go from this one and then copy that into this display dialog over here. I'm going to go ahead and expand this a little. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the target dialog and add a couple of paragraphs to it. This first one, I'm just going to say hello p name, and that p name can be whatever you want. That is the string that we're going to go through and replace with the player name, whatever that ends up being. And where we're going to get that is over here in the string data object. If you go into alternate strings, go ahead and call this player name, and I'm going to set it to Bobby. What the heck? Not Bibby. Bobby. Babu. No, it's Babu. Okay, the name is Babu. So we're going to jump into the event editor, and we will need an always event. And then we just always want to, let's see, set the dialog middleman, change the alternate string, and we want to change that to substring replace substring the source. Okay, so I should explain what's going on here. the place substring needs us to plug in 3 variables: what it's getting the text from, what the string it's looking for is, and then what we want to replace it with. So in this case, the source is going to be, oh, you know what we should do? To make these all a little bit easier to tell apart from each other, I'm going to go just jump in here, and then we have over here the target dialog. So I'm just going to load in the little sprite I prepared. And then the middleman, same deal. Just to make them easier to tell once we get into the event editor. Okay, so now if we come back in here and then always change alterable string, and then take that back into the substring place. Okay, substring, the source is the alterable string of that dialog. What you're looking for is, of course, pname, and what we want to replace that with, in the string data object, the player name variable. So let's go ahead and launch that, see if that works. Yep, there you go, there you have it. With one event, we can already have it set up to be functioning. So if all you want to do is have that character name be replaced, you can end the video now, but I'm going to go ahead and then show you how to get the text scrolling. So let's see, we want to toss this into an every event, and then I'm going to set to 1 second for now. I'm going to change that. I want to come over to the string data and add an alterable value, and I'm going to call this text speed, and I'll set that to 30, and this will just be what we go to for how quickly the text will scroll. And I'm going to come in here, use calculation, so every value text speed we want to run this event. And I'm doing it like this, so if we ever want to change how fast the text is scrolling, we can just hop into here and edit this. Makes it super easy to change this in the future. And then also, if in game you want your dialogues to run faster or slower, you can do that too. So every text speed, we want to change the display, alterable string. And I'm going to show you a new word you can use. Maybe it's not new, maybe you knew it, but I went a very long time before knowing this was here. Which actually, you should just look at this, because now that I see it, it is right here. Left. And what this allows you to do, I can't believe I never saw that sitting there. I've been typing this out totally manually this entire time. This is why you should just look what's in front of your eyes. Anyway, the left basically allows us to take a string, like say banana, and then a number, say 4. So what this will do is it'll take this string banana and then count 4 characters from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it'll just ignore everything after that. So we just have this and run the application. You can see it just says banana. So we're just going to come back in here, and instead of banana, we want that to be the current alterable string from the middleman. And then the one other thing we want is, we always want this to be 1 character longer than it was before. So how we do that is we use the length expression, and this will just count how many characters are currently within a bit of within a string. So if we take the length of the alterable string from display dialog plus 1, wrong spot, plus 1, this will mean every 30 thousandths of a second it'll get 1 character longer. So as you can see, it has that neat little scrolling in there. And then the next thing I want to show you is how to just advance the dialog. So I'm just gonna get a couple more paragraphs in there. P name is a nice name. I wish my name was P name. You're so awesome, P name. This is getting kind of weird, guys. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so it's gonna drop in a new event, and then I'm gonna have it set so that when the user clicks, it'll advance to the next paragraph. But before we do that, we want to check one thing. We want to compare two general values, and we want to check to see if the current length of the display text is equal to the length of the middleman. So this way you can't advance to the next line until you've read all of this one. And when that happens, we just want to take this next paragraph and then also take this and then set the all triple string to exactly what is in there, nothing. So go ahead and run this. So once it's done, we can click and then it'll go ahead and scroll into the next paragraph. And then the one other thing we can do is we can copy this event and then also if the user clicks and they aren't equal, if the display dialog is still lower than what the value for the middleman is, we can take this and then set that string to whatever the middleman currently has. So then if you click it while it's still scrolling, it'll just jump to the end and have it all up there. Really convenient for the players to be able to skip through your text faster. Okay, but you see there's something going on wrong in here. And what's happening is it is just skipping right away, and it's the reason that is occurring is because both of these are triggering in the same loop. When we click the mouse button, it is considered to be clicked through every single event we have in here. So it reads first that they're equal and then space the next paragraph, and then when that happens, they suddenly become unequal again, so then it messes you up. So the way we can counteract that is we're going to insert a group of events, and I'm going to call it advanced dialog. And you're going to drop these two in here, and then in both of these, I'm going to say group of events deactivate advanced dialog. So now only one of these can ever occur, because after one of them occurs, it'll just turn off all of these and the other one won't be able to happen. Now we do need to do one more thing. We need to reactivate it inside of this orders event. Just go in here, group of events, orders activate advanced dialog. So if you hop in there again, it should be working. Yep, there you go. There you have it, people. The one last thing to show you though is how just toss in a quick way to allow the player to be editing the name. So we can do that with the edit box object. I do believe this is a default object with Clickteam Fusion, and what this object allows you to do is just have the player be able to enter text. So if we come in here and add an event, the keyboard, upon pressing the key, I'm going to use enter. We can go into our string data and change an all triple string and change that to what get text from whatever is currently inside of the edit box. So if we go ahead and run this, if you come in here and change this to yeah, that's actually my name in real life. I did that by mistake, so please don't hunt me down. The name is now Flurbic. And if you want to change it again, something a little more ordinary. And there you have it. A really nice, simple system to always be able to have the player's name customized however they want to, and have nice little text scrolling to boot. So if I go into another part of this, I'll probably go into a system I've been developing that's pretty cool. It lets us put in basically coding into our dialogue here. So instead of having to have events everywhere, if you want to have a specific line of dialogue trigger an event, we won't necessarily have to put it in an event inside the event editor. Certain things we will be able to code directly into this dialogue, and I think that's really cool. And if I make a follow-up to this, I'll start going into how you do that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of my first attempt at doing a tutorial, and until next time, you have a good one.